To stand toe-to-toe with Adam Butterworth at the next almighty fight night. Who will it be? Let's find out. It's time to meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. This man is representing BST Northampton, Richard Mearns. Standing across the cage, this man is representing AVT. Fighting out of the blue corner, Adam Jones!
Reception like that all night.
Yeah, there's definitely a few lads on the beers who are definitely behind him, supporting him. So he's definitely brought an army with him.
That's it. Let's see what he's got to offer. Local lad, AVT just down the road at Danny Mitchell's gym, so you know that he's well versed in pretty much everything.
Absolutely, Danny Cheesecake Mitchell, obviously a very accomplished fighter in the scene.
But it's my first time seeing Mearns, and he's 4-2, winning record, built like a rhino, and
he's definitely a big boy for the weight class. I mean, the BST boys, it's a very good camp. I mean, they have guys like Tim TNT Thomas, Jefferson George, Linton Vassell even trying out a BST for a while. So I mean, they've had a wealth of talent there. So I mean, it's a definitely good camp. Both guys pretty even so far.
Yeah, he's landed a bit of a big bomb as Mearns. He doesn't overcommit on his shots. He's very
tight. Very tight.
You get a lot of people leaning in. I think Jones is leaning in a little bit, and I think he regretted it, to be honest.
Mearns has popped him with that jab a few times. It's very smooth on his striking, very smooth movements. But as you say, he's not overcommitting. He's just doing enough to land it and almost frustrate a bit. It's a bit annoying, getting that little jab just constantly catching you right flush. And
he's looking for that jab right hook quite a lot, is Mearns. Very composed though. It's like I like to see these amateurs have a bit of confidence in, you know what, I don't want to get it over and done with straight away. I'm in here to win. I'm going to establish myself, and the finish will come to me. You get a lot of people go out there and just swing on the bright lights.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely agree with that. I mean, one of the best things I do like seeing amateur guys taking their time. There's no need to come out there and rush it. And half the time when they do come out and rush, they may start doing all right for the first minute, but then you see the gas tank, the ring experience, all that comes into play. Mearns looking very sharp on his counter shots there.
Yeah, and switching stance a little bit, going with the crossover and right. He's caught Jones a couple of times now and just stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not throwing massive amount of bad intentions, but it doesn't matter if it's landing.
But Jones's face is getting marked up, and every so often he's dropping down and just picking that leg, with a nice little leg kick.
I like that Mearns, he's keeping his hands high, he's keeping his tight in defence when Jones is throwing. He's not giving him much room to actually land.
Oh, but Jones is getting his off as well. It's two totally different styles. You look at the bigger guy in Mearns, and he's very, very technical, composed, calculated, judicious with his shots. You look at Jones, and he's throwing short shots, fast shots, high volume when he does land. 3 or 4.
I liked that little peekaboo, quick jab to the body, step back. Still cracking round, very good round. It's been very
nice
very
little
technical.
Head kick there. Sorry for interrupting you.
No, I think if it's nice, it's our first fight. That's 90% of it, 95% has been on the feet.
And how do you call that? You call the big bombs are coming from Mearns. Even though he's not throwing with bad intentions, when he lands, he's landing. And the volume definitely coming from Jones. But Jones started to pick it up in that last 30 seconds. He landed a couple of leg kicks.
So again, both fighters with very experienced coaches. We've got Danny Mitchell there on the other side of the cage, and we've got Danny Batten here as well. I remember Danny Batten had a very good win over a former UFC fighter. Came over to the UK, was a heavy favourite, and got submitted in the first round, early in the first. I was trying to remember the name, but both very good coaches. Again, Danny Batten again, coach Linton Vassell. He goes over, coaches Linton Vassell when he's fighting, who now fights out of the Black Zillions. So obviously, it just shows the potential from the UK fight scene. You can go anywhere.
That's it. Even the cornermen have got, the cornermen have got such a wealth of knowledge in there, passing it on to this younger generation now. You've got 2 top guys in there with a wealth of knowledge, and that's who you want in there when times are hard. This is a close fought fight. You want somebody in there that's going to keep you calm and know what to say, the right things to say.
Absolutely.
I think Mr. Neil Hall's got his hands full here because I think if a finish comes, it's going to be a quick flash. As you can see, they're both countering each other as well.
That was a nice right hand there for Jones, but
yeah.
Mearns lands in return.
And Jones has backed his man up against the cage, a little more erratic in his approach.
It's almost like you could describe as technical brawling, because there's flashes where they're just swinging, but it still remains technical. It's still looking tidy. It's not just swinging for the fences.
A little cut has appeared on the right eye of Jones. His face is looking a little marked up. Shouldn't be too much of a problem because it's on the outside, but I like to keep a look on that.
Nice catch in the leg kick coming in for the overhand. Didn't quite land there, but again, nice technique to see.
I like that inside leg kick by Mearns as well. He's landing that quite frequently. And it's disrupting Jones because Jones is wanting to jump in and jump out, and he's jumping in and getting that inside leg kick.
Yeah. He's not getting to let any much combos off because he is getting stifled off the first shot that he throws. And Mearns is looking very composed here. He's keeping it tight. Those hands are up high. Guards up high.
That jab is really nice. You know,
he just did a little switch from orthodox to south.
He keeps on doing that.
Yeah, keeping his opponent on his toes. But yeah, as you say, that jab landing, I think it's that could be attributing to that damage to the nose of Jones.
That's it. And the jab, it takes its toll. You're not gonna get any real highlight knockout from the jab. But nice overhand right by Mearns. But it works away. It chips away every time you step in. If that jab lands on your nose, you know, it gets you thinking, what am I going to do? When you start thinking, that's when you start slowing down. And Mearns is taking advantage of that. He's landed that knee, that clinch knee, a couple of times. When
it seems that Jones has tried to shoot forward, try to engage a clinch, but every time he's been met with that knee. Consistent.
And that eye has opened up on Jones now. It's looking nasty. You see Neil Hall keeping a nice close eye on that.
Yeah, that is definitely opened up. We may need a little wipe down of the ring floor or the cage floor between round.
Yeah, and
that is pouring, isn't it?
It's going to take a little bit of work through the corner, but we've got the best cut man on the scene here.
And one of the best referees on the scene as well.
Yeah, that's it, and we're going to need it. You know, it's good to have your faith in the third man in the cage. You know, at the end of the day, it's a sport. You know, and you want to know that you can get in there, you can let it all go, and you're going to be protected when you can't protect yourself.
Absolutely. I'd say it's nice. I've seen Mearns switching to that leg kick a lot more than the jab. Like when Jones is coming in, he's been landing that leg kick. Again, nice to see a mix-up of his skills. But yeah, we've had a quick stop in action. Obviously, the medic's going to check that cut out. It does look quite bad. It does look like it is on potentially just above the top of the eyelid.
Yeah. At first, I thought it was like the side of the eyebrow.
Yeah.
But it kind of looks like the ridge of the eyelid.
I'm not sure whether
Neil Hall's waved it off. Yeah. The doctor said he can't carry on with that. And Mearns has got a nice composed victory there over a tough Jones.
Fantastic win there. So hard luck to Jones. I think you were right in the first instance when the cut opened, but I think that it may have opened further off another one or two of those shots. So
Mearns noticed it and he picked it off and that jab was just attributing to the cut. Every time he landed it, just that little jab.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a conclusion. 2 minutes 32 seconds into round number 1. Referee stoppage due to a cut. It means your winner from the red corner, Richard Mearns. And your appreciation, of course, for Adam Jones.